For the employees already added, Payslip can be generated periodically. To create a Payslip, click on Payroll Events Pay Run. Click on Create New Pay Run. The new Pay Run window opens. Select the employee from the list. The list contains the names of employees already added. Make sure to enter the correct transaction date, payment date, pay period start and pay period end date. Select the frequency type of the employee. The pay frequency can be weekly, fortnightly or monthly. Say monthly in this case. Select the PAYG type from the drop-down list. In this case, let's select tax-free threshold. There are certain rules and regulations associated with each type. Make sure you read those regulations to indicate the correct details pertinent to the employee. The next section is wages and salary. An employee might have worked for ordinary hours or overtime hours. If your employee has overtime hours, you can add a column on overtime hours. The calculation type can be either fixed amount for the given pay period or hourly. If you select fixed amount, you can enter the total wage figure under total. If you select hours and rate, you can enter the total hours worked in that pay period and the rate per hour. The system will calculate the amount. The wages and salary is the total of ordinary hours and overtime hours. When the base pay is entered, PAYG tax is automatically calculated and the appropriate fields get pre-filled. You can edit PAYG field and enter the figures, if required. Enter any allowances or deductions for the employee. It is completely optional. For example, if the employee has 100 AUD allowance amount towards the car expenses. In the above case, under allowance, select car expense allowance from the drop-down. Enter the description for additional information. Indicate whether this allowance amount is subject to PAYG and Super. If enabled, you can notice the PAYG tax withheld field getting updated. Similarly, you can add if your employee has any deductions. The next section is Superannuation Fund. The standard method is Superannuation Guarantee Contribution. The calculation type can be selected as fixed amount or percentage of earnings or statutory rate. If you select fixed amount, you can enter the amount. Or you can enter a percentage, say 10.6, by selecting percentage under calculation type. Please note that if you select statutory type, standard rate of 9.5% will be applied on the earnings. There are also additional superannuation fund categories. The first one is salary sacrifice, additional employer super contribution as a part of salary sacrifice. This is when you as an employer decide to deduct RESC from the employee's pay. The calculation type can be fixed amount or percentage of earnings. The second category is salary sacrifice, pre-taxed voluntary contribution. This is requested by employee to deduct RESC when getting paid. It provides the option to reduce PAYG. Salary sacrifice always happen before the employee income is taxed. The third category is post-tax voluntary contribution. This is requested by the employee to deduct a predefined super amount when getting paid. It is the money an employee chooses to pay into his super fund from his after-tax income or savings. The base pay, total allowances and deductions, PAYG tax withheld and super is available. The reportable fringe benefits amount, if any, can be entered in RFB field. Similarly, the required field can be entered. If the pay is the last pay for an employee, final event indicator checkbox can be ticked. After adding all the required information, click on Save as Posted. Thus, a payslip can be added for an employee.